Hey everyone, this is Darkspideycast, and here with me I have Mark.
Yo!
And here with me I have Mike.
Hello.
And I have an announcement. This is the final month that you all have to wait for Regeneration Part 1.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
It's coming.
It is coming this month.
No more delays, people. We shipping this out tonight.
Yes. No, not tonight. That's not going to happen.
I just said that.
Well, I'm redacting the statement. I'm retconning
it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta deliver it. Mark's making promises.
This is like Amazon. GA delivery. So yeah. I just because I don't respond to messages doesn't mean I'm not reading them. I know what you guys are saying. Like, I'm gonna be in my 20s by the time you finish. You just wait. All right.
I know what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Superstar 16. All right. Can't just say that shit in my channel.
I'm not gonna be like, Linkara and be like, it's gonna get here when it's
God.
done, okay? Like, I understand.
Stop complaining. It'll be here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm working on many things right now.
So anyway, I got a list of topics here.
Yeah, what we got?
I got Celery Man loading up right here in the background. I got the nude mod.
Yeah, nude Tane rendering.
Yeah.
This is not suitable for work.
I changed my virtual memory settings, so like this isn't gonna like magically pop up when I hover over it. No, that's not what I want. I have the script there, and oh, no joke. I think I already said this, but the script of the Amazing Lego Spider-Man episode 31 is about like 70-something pages.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm a fucking hack when it
All
comes
written
to
by
writing.
you?
Yes. I say, okay, in the opening credits of Regeneration Part 1, I said story by Reggie and Sam, but he just he just threw out like a couple of ideas.
Sam
and I'm
didn't
just
do
like,
shit.
okay, I'll do that. He came up with like 2 possible story points for the story to go to. I'm just like, okay. So I decided to give him credit just to make it sound like, ooh, look at it. Like,
Sam was like, hey, what if Spider-Man didn't die? You're like, I guess that would be better. And if I'm going to do more, I guess it's better if he's not dead.
Don't ruin it. Okay, so first thing on the list was Regeneration Part 1, the final update. Oh, wow, it's going to be the final update? Okay, fine. I don't think I'm going to have another trailer, because I think I want certain sequences to just be fresh. Because I have some cool-looking sequences, I think, that I haven't showed in any of the trailers.
I think there's,
some
like,
cool shots and everything.
Not putting out trailers for stuff is kind of better. Like, I feel like movies nowadays show way too much in the trailers.
And, like, my episodes are pretty much the length of a movie, so...
in order to make it like a similar length trailer, you got to give away like 20% of what you're offering instead of like the couple of scenes that some don't even make it into the movie that big companies do. Yeah,
I remember in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I remember this one scene or one piece of dialogue. Harry asks Peter, "So what you been doing lately?" Web design. Like, I don't know if that's I can't my brain can't process that as either funny or cringeworthy.
All the normies are giggling their asses off when they watch that. Like, oh, Spider-Man, he's Spider.
Web design,
I'm a sucker for dad jokes, and that's totally a dad joke.
Well, I think our fathers have completely different senses of humor. Because sometimes, I don't know, he'll laugh at like the crudest thing ever. Like, he was watching the Nutty Professor earlier today, and it was a dinner scene, right? And, it comes to the part where, like, we all got big butts. That's all, we all got big butts. It's in our genes, all right? Yeah. Like, look how strong we are. And just like, ooh, Hercules. and then they start the fart thing, and he just starts laughing. It's like, I don't... Like, if I made that joke, he would just look at me like, what are you doing? Why'd you do that?
But you're not farting like 5 other times with different like elevations of fat on you.
Yeah.
Right, that's what makes it.
Yeah.
Can't do what Eddie Murphy did.
My dad actually, he went to my brother's football game a couple years ago, and he actually started like quoting out loud the Nutty Professor to someone who looked like one of those guys, and like
bend over, do a hurricane fart. Like, ain't that fun?
No. No, he started going, Hercules, like right there in the crowd as like this big fat black guy was walking by.
Oh shit.
I don't think he got the reference.
Okay, good.
So, oh, Papa. So, Fan 4 Stick.
Fan Force. I don't know what that is. I looked at that and I thought that was like.
It's Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've been calling. That's what everyone's been calling it, because in the poster they're just like, "Hey guys, numbers are letters, aren't we clever?" And they just put 4 in the second A in Fantastic, so it just looks like Fan 4 Stick.
That's why that movie bombed. That one reason.
Yes. I'm gonna pull out my phone here, and apparently most of the conversations I had with my parents. Don't judge me. You saw it, so yeah. Okay, so I pulled up my phone. I had Miss Piggy up on my phone. I just wanted to see if Frank Oz, like how long Frank Oz, the voice of Yoda, was playing Miss Piggy.
I thought originally you were doing that because there's some like big controversy going around. Cause,
oh
like,
yeah.
Kermit has like a new like Asian pig girlfriend on.
She's hot.
On like Sesame Street, and everyone's just like.
Wait, there's another girl pig on Sesame.
Yeah.
Or not Sesame Street, Muppets.
Whatever.
They like to eat
wherever
that bacon.
Wherever those puppets merge from.
I like to stick my hand up there. No, I'm sorry. I went too far. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to see how long Frank Oz has been playing Miss Piggy, because I saw Miss Piggy on like these compilations with Joan Rivers, and she's just like Miss Piggy asks Joan like, is this leading to a pig joke? I didn't come prepared with a whole bunch of dinosaur jokes. I can't do Miss Piggy's voice. Let me see.
No.
I didn't come prepared with a whole bunch of dinosaur jokes. Oh, that was awful. I can do the laugh all right.
Yeah. Can't do a very good Kermit either.
You can't just do the voice on the fly. You kind of just have to practice it. But when you practice it, you feel kind of embarrassed, so you just don't do it.
Hey, bird.
That's what you do in the shower.
But the one voice I always can do is Grover. God, I remember in a drama club, I would just like randomly start doing that, and Sam would completely lose his shit because I would just say completely innocuous things and just put Super Grover at the end of it.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
All I got is meat roll.
Oh yeah, meat roll.
My throat's been bothering me a bit.
It's okay. This is only gonna hurt for a minute, but damn, will it hurt? Anyway, oh wow, I just branched off into completely different topics. So no, Frank Oz is not playing Miss Piggy. He stopped doing it about like 11 years ago.
While we're still on Miss Piggy, did you see? It was, I can't remember if it was a video or just a GIF, but Kermit is outside of Miss Piggy's trailer talking to someone. And the guy like walks out of the trailer and his shirt's like half untucked, and he just kind of looks at Kermit. They just kind of have like an awkward stare, and he's just like, "Yep."
What the fuck?
And keeps walking.
What the fuck? Where was that from?
I saw it on Reddit. I don't know what the context around it was, but it was just like Kermit was sitting outside the trailer just talking to some lady. I mean, he's a puppet, but just talking to some lady, and like there's a trailer behind him, and it just says Miss Piggy, and then a guy, I don't know who the guy was, but he just walks out, and his shirt's like half untucked. He's just like kind of coming out real slow, doesn't look behind him, and shuts the door, and then he turns around and like freezes because he sees Kermit, and Kermit just kind of turns around and looks at him, and then they just kind of stare awkwardly, and the guy coming out of the trailer just kind of like nods with a weird smirk on his face and tucks in his shirt and just keeps walking.
What the? So he's like, yeah, I fucked that pig. And I walked out.
Okay.
Geez.
So I've been following when I was waiting for the first initial reviews for Fan 4 Stick, because they had a review embargo.
Oh, did
so,
they?
Yeah, so it wasn't.
It's the new. I mean that's a new big thing nowadays.
Yeah, it's not like that's indicative. Like that's automatically going to mean the movie's going to be absolutely horrible, but.
But
a lot of the movies.
Why are you doing this?
A lot of movies that had review embargoes, like up to like the day before release, were at like the worst movies.
There's a reason you have to say to people, okay, you gotta wait until
Oh.
people pay money before you start shooing them away from this shit show.
And then when the veil is finally revealed, you go, well, shit, I would have done the same thing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So,
It just sounds like you're saying I don't have confidence in my work. So please, just hear me. Just give me a couple of days. Just please.
Yeah. It was the whole thing was because I was just waiting to see what the Rotten Tomatoes score was going to be, and I don't go to Rotten Tomatoes for like an objective sort of like score for a film, because it's not like a book report like you got a 60%, that means you fail or you almost failed. It's like, no, most people liked it. That's kind of a success. I get it for general consensus in terms of critics and the people who watched it. And it's a pretty popular site, so it's just for data.
It's so popular that I've seen movies like that, like they're like put out TV spots, like, 90% Rotten Tomatoes, gotta see this shit. Yeah, and it's like, come on, guys, that's just such a weird thing to just say. Like, while you're talking about like, I'm trying to think of like, just like you're talking like really badass about a movie. It's like thrilling. Like cunning action, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's just like, why do you say that?
Because Rotten Tomatoes,
it's gotten to the point where Rotten Tomatoes is like the source for that. Like, a lot of people depend on Rotten Tomatoes to tell them whether or not they should go see a movie.
Yeah,
it's become like the authority for a lot of people, and so throwing that,
it's become the new Roger Ebert.
Now we just gotta wait for Rotten Tomatoes to get. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I realized what I was gonna do.
Backs a book, it becomes like a bestseller almost every single time. So if you say Rotten Tomatoes, it has a high rating.
Well, no, that's just one bitch though.
That's one rich bitch.
It's different in the sense that Rotten Tomatoes is like the general consensus of people who use that like rating system. But I don't know. I will check Rotten Tomatoes every once in a while just to.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying.
I refuse to see a movie if it has bad views on it, but I usually go and see like how are people taking it. I kind of take that as like how most people feel about it.
What did Pixels get in Rotten Tomatoes?
Shitty Adam Sandler. Pretty accurate too.
That shitty Adam Sandler movie.
I do not know. Why is that on? That's weird. I can do it. I was watching the Carl.
Is it weird that I kind of want Adam Sandler to keep doing more movies just so I can see how sad he can get on screen?
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
17%. Jesus Christ.
I just want to see him suffer.
It's ridiculous.
Rotten Tomatoes is usually pretty accurate.
Adam Sandler, I want to feed on your anguish.
I hope he's watching this.
No, he's not. Why the fuck?
What else he's got to do? What else does Adam Sandler have to do? Hang out with Kevin James? That's it.
Why would you want to do that, though?
Because he's the king of Queens, man.
Yeah. Wow, I actually tried Googling Fan 4 Stick, and that's exactly... Wow, yeah, I'm not the only person who did it. And I don't know what's happening here. Okay, so I think it got less than 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
Which is pretty low. And I was just waiting, because it usually, like... Either like it starts out real low, then levels out to something higher, or it starts out real high, then levels out to something lower. And it just like 20 reviews were in, and it just sort of stayed at like the low teens, and then it just dropped to like 9%, I think.
Is this movie already out or coming out?
It's already out. Okay. I think it might. Oh, it's all the way out.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to go see it just for the fuck of it, like, but that would mean, going to pay for that movie.
Yeah.
But I would have contributed to something that would have been really special in cinematic history. 9% Rotten Tomatoes, yeah. 9
That's what you do. You go and you pay. You pay for the ticket for the next screening of that Mad Max movie because they're putting it out again. And then they're re-releasing it now that the DVD's out. They're like, I saw a couple commercials for it. They're showing it again. Yeah, so you pay money for that, and you're like, oh, I could so easily go see Mad Max again, and I know I want to, but you fucking cave to curiosity, and you go see a shitty rock man fight a fire dude, or fight with a fire dude. I hadn't seen the movie.
Yeah. Because I thought it would be something special, like a modern, but like a current Last Airbender or a current Phantom Menace or something like that. Mm-hmm. Something that's just so abysmal. It's just it's like that's all people know about. It's just how awful it is, and that because I remember seeing Last Airbender in theaters, and I think that was before anyone thought it was bad. So I got like the first whiff of shit.
Yeah,
and it was a blast. Like, it was awful, but I was having a blast.
That must be really good, like, walking into a bomb movie before everyone knows that it's a shitty movie. And you're just, like, going, like, okay, Airbender, yeah, that's cool. Wait, what?
What's happening?
What? Oh, what's he do with, like, koi fish?
Yes.
What?
Like, this is what I've gotten myself into. I've gotten myself into this shit. No.
No, that's but those are the best popcorn movies. If you're looking for popcorn movies, they're just like nothing to just like even enthrall you at all. You're just like, how did this fucking happen?
Exactly.
Like hundreds of people worked on this, and no one like looked at this once and were like, "This is stupid."
They're just happy. They're just
hey, this is dumb. Why we do?
Hey man,
am I the only one?
You're not taking this fucking seriously. You're not gonna trash your fucking headlights, mate.
Bash your friggin' head in.
How much do you, by any chance, know how much they spent making the movie and how much they made when it was originally released?
Last Airbender or?
I mean,
Mad
either,
Max.
because even if the movie flops, if they make their money back when it like opens like that, then that's good enough for them.
I feel like, especially with Fantastic Four, they have a history of only making movies to retain the license.
Yeah, and they get worse every single time.
But like they're destroying like their like
the brand of
they're destroying the brand by like trying to save it for something big or whatever. But I don't know. Like there was one like really shitty one that came out in, like the 80s where it was like edited in like a night. You can tell because it had like seriously. There's this one fight scene where like the thing fights 3 guys, and instead of showing the fight scene, they just spin the image and make punching sounds, and in the end, all the guys on the ground, the thing's like, "Well, I guess I beat them." Like that's how they like. They have star wipes in that movie, and like
some Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, it's serious.
I remember seeing this one clip from the trailer where the thing throws like half of a tank at a whole bunch of guys and it explodes, but like the tank, the part of the tank itself just kind of disappears. It just explodes. It's just like
before it hits the ground, it like disappears and then the explosion appears.
It like the explosion appears, but like there's no other sorts of debris. It's like if I made something. It's like I did that. That's what I do. I make the thing disappear when it explodes because I don't know how to. I can't do debris. It's too sophisticated for me. I don't have any program that does that. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't. I can't. I'm fucking look at me. I only have a laptop. That's all I have.
That would be.
Fuckers,
I'm just imagining like a big skyscraper falling over, and as soon as it hits another skyscraper, it just turns into like a JPEG of an explosion. There's no debris, and it was like, oh.
Okay, so Fantastic Four had a budget of $125 million, and total gross $146 million.
So they made their money back. They don't care.
It's just barely though. That's like $20 million.
I mean, it's not very profitable. But it's the same reason why we keep seeing the Minions everywhere.
But no,
because people buy that shit, and they. It's
but
not
even
like
the director,
really hard.
even the director of this movie keeps pissing and moaning that it's like people just didn't get it. I don't know why people don't get my vision for Fantastic Four. Like it's not like he's Adam Sandler sitting back going, "Okay, here's this movie. All the money I put into it actually went into my pants, so I'm fine. I don't care. I will have the deadest pan face on screen as long as I can walk home with a trouser full of $1 bills. That's you, Adam Sandler. You shit ass fuck.
I never thought I would appreciate. I never thought I'd appreciate Adam Sandler more than the director of Chronicle. You know, because at least he's not pretentious about it. Like I had a vision. Mm-hmm. And, we're not going to see that now. It's a studio's fault. And supposedly there's 10 minutes that they added on in terms of, reshoots. Because I brought this up the first time we talked about Fantastic Four, Fanforstic. Like I said, there were problems on set and everything, like rumors and such. Turned out it was all true. All of it was like, a hell of a lot worse than I thought it was. And according to the Hollywood Reporter, the expected loss is around $80 million to $100 million. I think part of the problem is that it wasn't released in there wasn't an international release, or at least one for China.
I heard about that.
And I think Ant-Man took that spot, and Ant-Man's gonna premiere later this month. Your Celery Man. So yeah, Ant-Man's gonna take that spot and make even more money. But on this particular article on the Hollywood Reporter, there are other movies that were designated a failure. And I remember reading about this a couple days ago that Marvel considered Age of Ultron a failure.
Really?
Yeah, because it didn't make as much money as the first one.
Well, you can't... No duh.
Yeah.
Sequels usually, maybe not, but sequels usually don't make as much as the first installment.
They usually do.
Really?
Yeah.
If they're planned sequels. You know, like The Hobbit, or you know, they like split into chunks, and they knew there was going to be more parts. Usually, they do about the same.
Well, part of that is like every movie is going to be like the most grossing movie ever because how much money goes into this kind of shit. So, and it's incredible to me when I see like the highest grossing movies of all time, and I still see like a movie from like 1997.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the most expensive.
Yeah, Titanic is still up there.
Yeah, like the most expensive films ever, I think is what I meant. Like seeing like Avatar and Cleopatra up there, like movies from like, you know, the 90s and the 60s up there, and with all these like completely forgettable fucking, you know,
onomatopoeia? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always do that. I can't describe what I want to say, so I just sort of.
You can't describe sounds, so you just make sounds.
Yeah. So I remember people going around, certain people going, well, when and if the movie fails, I bet they're just going to blame it on racism because of the whole Black Johnny Storm thing. And someone made a compilation of tweets from a whole bunch of black people, and they just fucking hated this movie. You know, Straight Outta Compton is doing really fucking well. You know, it's making money. It's like number 1 at the box office right now, or number 2, something like that. That's a movie filled with fucking black people, okay, and it's doing good. So America doesn't have a problem with black people. It has a problem with Fan Four Stick, because even black people have a problem with Fan Four Stick.
Or even like 12 Years a Slave, like that did really good.
Yeah. Well, that had its own. Oh, I don't want to get into that. That had a lot of controversy, though. I don't know if I uploaded this bit, but I talked about how Armin White, the movie critic, called the director at the British something ceremony, award ceremony, whatever. He called him like a doorman or something. And it's okay, because Armin White is also black. Both Steve McQueen and Armin White are black, so it's okay if he calls him a doorman, or a terrible doorman, or something.
Is that like the new N-word?
No,
or
it's like...
D-word? Doorman?
Doorman. Like, I don't know, you're holding the door open like you're being like an Uncle Tom. It's weird. It's like you're Uncle Tom for the left instead of being Uncle Tom for the right. Which I think is an interesting dynamic. Anyway, Age of Ultron. Which made... Let me see. It's not telling me how much it made. It's just telling me... it's not indicating. I think it made $1.4 billion, which is a lot, but apparently it's not as much as the first one. So that's a loss. It's not a gain.
It's like, no shit, the second one's not gonna top that.
Yeah. I mean, as less like... Usually when this stuff happens, people will sort of jump to it and try to like prove some sort of point they always wanted to prove, right? They'll have some preconceived notion, and if anything happens,
it's because it was sexist.
Yeah, like it's sexist, it's racist, and none of it's.
But they're a little bit more. They're trying to make it serve their own purpose, like to push their own agenda.
It's not so much like that's untrue or anything. It's just it's more complicated than that. With Fantastic Four, with Fan Four Stick, it was like. He was. Yeah, he couldn't. He made one really decent movie, and I think it all kind of went to his head, right? So when this didn't pan out, I think it hit him pretty hard, because like everyone was just sucking his dick. I'm sorry, everyone was just inflating his ego, inflating his
weird.
Ego, if you will.
You ever think that? A film producer is going to be pretentious. Just like that doesn't add up,
Yeah, like
film, directors, they're never pretentious or anything or artsy. They never. It's such a shock.
I just think he needed a bit more perspective here. Because like he one of the mistakes he made after the release was tweeting something then deleting the tweet.
Oh my god,
doesn't work.
You cannot delete.
Exactly.
Tweets on the internet. Because as soon as people see that you delete it, they'll think you're spying.
They always try to delete it when it goes to shit.
Yeah.
And after people.
Where did it go?
Yeah.
I guess it never happened.
Except for the 3 people who are dedicated archivers of like tweets from famous people, so they have that shit on lock, and they're like, nope, it's right here. I saved it as soon as you put it out.
I love how working on this movie just made him gain so much weight.
Did it?
Yeah, because look at him. He has to look how skinny. Look how fucking. Look at that. Smug
oh my god, he did.
On him. Look at him. And this is when he was working. This is like
that chiseled jaw just disappeared.
Yeah, and then after working
it turned into a J.J. Abrams face.
Yeah, he just got... Now he just... Yeah,
now
he looks like J.J. Abrams
he's getting
and Seth Rogen.
Yeah, he's getting into Seth Rogen territory. That's how fast he's gaining.
Oh, it's like fucking Dragon Ball fusion or something. That's Josh Gad. It's really funny. Someone posted Josh Gad and trying to make it look like it. That's really funny.
He had bagels on his arms? Is that the thing? Do he have bagels on his arms?
I think it's because the thing is
those
Jewish.
No.
No. That's from Arrested Development.
Oh.
I kept seeing that pop up. I haven't really seen that episode, but people keep referencing it. So yeah, that was, and he's not working on the Star Wars anthology movie. He's not working on that anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He was going to be, and now he's not.
Yeah, they kicked him off before I think Fantastic Four came out.
Oh,
so it's just something that he did.
That's great.
That might have.
Before Fantastic Four came out, I think you said because we saw this shit. We can't have you working on this.
The director, he exited the project. The director gave no concrete reasoning behind the spontaneous departure. Only spoke words that thanks. So I heard stuff like he was doing drugs on set, but I didn't want to get into that when we first talked about it. But fucking phone ads. I swear to God.
He was trying to shove a whole 8-ball up his ass during one of the filming sets.
You're not Sasha
You can't have that in Star Wars.
I mean, I don't know. Is anyone... Okay.
That's your future.
Oh, fuck me.
Making shitty superhero movies.
10 years from now, oh god.
Just add Lego.
Like, yes, I made one good movie now. Oh, shit!
Yep.
Yeah.
Reggie, that's... Okay, if there's any lesson you need to learn, make one and done.
Yeah.
One and done. Alright? Because if you ever make a good impression... You're that can't go away. I just can't go insane. That's all. Yeah. Does anyone else feel weird whenever they look up a famous person? Does anyone else feel like they keep seeing their birthday crop up? Does anyone else do that? No. Oh my god, we almost share a birthday or something like that.
When I see it, but I don't see it that often.
Every single famous person I looked up in the last couple of weeks, we had a very similar birthday. It was weird. It's so weird. The fuck is up with February? It's so goddamn weird. It is pretty weird. Yeah. So many Februaries. I guess maybe people like fucking in the summer. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Summer of '93.
So my birthday is 9 months after February.
I don't know if it's playing anywhere near me. The temptation to see it is still there, but I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I feel like I'm just gonna get bored by it. This is gonna be boring. I'm just oh, okay. Yeah. So funny. You already know, you don't have any expectation that it's gonna be good. You're going in there to see crap. Well, I don't know. One of my favorite composers is working on it, Elfman and Philip Glass, which I was surprised. Because it seems like... Yeah, it's gonna have a good score to shitty images. Yeah. And some girl in a wig the whole time. Oh god, I remember seeing a screenshot of her from the trailer. She there's 4 different wigs in that movie. Yeah. Yeah, the person who plays the Invisible Girl. Yeah, poor Kate Mara. I keep making fun of her. Because I made fun of her. I was okay, I guess I'll act. She's just I kept saying that she had I don't know. What did they say? No, I didn't. I don't think I made fun of the way she looked. I just thought that she was a boring actress. That's who plays Khaleesi? Amelia Clark. I couldn't remember her name last time. Yeah. She's one of those people. They're oh, you can act, right? I guess. No, I said she was awful. Didn't I say she was awful? No, that's what I'm saying. People people tell her that you can kind of act, and then they get on screen, and then it's the new Terminator movie. I didn't even see that. I remember. There's no reason to see that. No, yeah. There's no reason to even torture yourself. I knew she was going to be really bad in that. It was pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet either, but I was wanting to.
It feels like a clusterfuck. From
that's literally how people have been describing it, a clusterfuck. It destroys the entire it throws all 3 of the other movies out the window. The last Terminators. There's
I've heard
it's got an old ass Arnold.
But it makes sense because of the time period that they're in, he would be that age.
Yeah, but he doesn't act that good.
I don't know. That's the part I haven't seen it yet.
What? It's just freaking me out, man. Her birthday's in February too, Kate Mara. What the fuck? This isn't. I'm not going insane, right? This is number 23, only you can number 100.
We can't tell you that you're going insane.
I'll go first. I'm seeing 100 everywhere. Oh, it's 100, 100, 100.
Don't turn into Jim Carrey.
This is okay. Keep going. I'm sorry, I freaked out for a second. Keep going.
I think I was done.
Okay.
Because you were freaking out, and then you only stopped freaking out when I let you. But yeah, don't see that movie.
Yeah.
You don't need to see that movie.
I'm still probably gonna see it.
Yeah.
I warned you.
I've only seen the first 2 Terminators anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me.
That's all you... I mean, from what I've heard from people, those are the only 2 you really need to see.
Yeah, I've heard that they get, like, decreasingly good as they come out, so...
I think that kind of happens with, like, any sort of, like, continuation time travel plot.
Well, that just happens with movies that have been going on for a long time.
I mean, that too, but I feel like if you have your movie...
Die Hard is the exact same way. Like, it gets worse as the movies go on.
I just think, like, if you involve the element of time travel, like, as, like, one of your main elements... Shit gets convoluted. Like you can do like cool twists and stuff, but like in order it takes a lot of like planning to make sure that everything like lines up correctly, and like the people who like say what time they're from like don't do anything that you said they did in like a different time zone.
Took care of it.
I don't think they did.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like everything in that. Well, not everything,
I've heard
but
from like 5 or 6 people that have seen the movie, and all of them have said like they've said it's weird, but they liked it and it was good because it made sense. It was just not what they were.
But are they huge Terminator fans?
Not especially.
Because that's why I think a lot of people.
My mom, who doesn't like action movies at all.
But no, that's why I think a lot.
Was like, it was actually pretty good. It like changed the whole story up but it made sense.
But I think that's the thing. The people who really like Terminator and really know like how shit is like supposed to like the past and like shit is supposed to go down, like, and they saw this and it just totally confuses like the continuity and like throws a whole lot of elements out the window.
Dustin and Cody both saw it, and I know that they are big Terminator fans, and they both like loved it.
That's the thing with fans. I mean, it can go either way. They're either going to really love it or really hate it, and it's going to be kind of just mostly tied into their fandom, you know. I mean, that's what I usually see. That's where like it gets really divisive in the forums when it comes to, you know, hardcore fans. They will, you know, eat each other. Like Man of Steel got 50% of Rotten Tomatoes. Half of the people, or 40, for whatever, you know, half of the people liked it, half of the people didn't like it. It's gonna get fucking heated, you know.
But we know, we knew about that piece of shit.
So we'll see.
You still haven't seen it, okay?
Hope you like watching the guy get punched through buildings.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, that's why you see a Terminator movie.
Yeah. I guess I had an issue. I told myself
if you didn't
not
want to see people getting shot in explosions, you wouldn't be watching Terminator.
The Toymanator.
The Toymanator
is coming.
It's just Buzz Lightyear.
It's Adam Sandler's Toymanator. It's the Toymanator.
Of course.
You never call me Toymanator. It's fine, you know, if you're in the neighborhood, if you want to come and visit me, that's fine, you know. Whatever.
I just recently started watching the Terminator movies.
What are you doing?
Trying to zoom in on those tits!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm more of a thigh man, you fucking degenerate. No, I can go either way.
Mike, what are you?
I was just...
I'm an ass man.
You an ass man?
I'm an ass man.
I'm a titman.
Titman?
I'm a titman. I enjoy birds and tits and boobies.
Tony Cheese?
Huh?
With a tiny penis?
What?
Tony Cheese.
Tony what? Oh, yeah.
I don't get it.
It's Tim and Eric.
Okay. It sounds kind of
His
familiar.
penis is really tiny.
This is off topic. Me and Dylan just watched that entire season just in one sitting the other day.
Dude,
that's only like 8 episodes, but it was awesome.
Did you watch? You watched the first one, the whole one?
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
I really like the Toe Doctor one too. At the end, he's just like, "All right, I'm your dad now, boy. Let's go sailing."
That was just so weird, though. He's eating toe.
Belly full of toes, just like.
Yeah, like he's so nonchalant, like, he's got a belly full of toes.
I'll admit, I've just been browsing pictures of Kate Mara when you guys were doing that. I don't know why people think she looks like a monkey. I mean, she's human. Kate Mara. No, not Emilia Clarke. Kate Mara. I mean, it's like
who is she?
She played Sue Storm in Fan Four Stick.
Oh, see, I don't see her with a really crappy wig, so I don't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's nice.
People keep saying she looks like a monkey. I'm just like, she just has a very
you gotta see her hands.
Structure to it.
It's all about the sharpness of the face and the structure of the hands that make the monkey.
I think it's the lips and the brow that people make that impression. Like she has a bit of a monkey face.
I think they're just being meanies.
Yeah. And I don't know. At least I feel like I could approach
maybe
her.
that one.
Did she play a character in House of Cards?
Yes.
Zoe.
I don't watch House of Cards. I just know she's in it.
She is an extremely attractive individual.
There you go. Well, there you go. I've just been browsing images on my phone while you guys were talking about it.
Well, Mike, you're attracted to monkeys.
Apparently.
Oh, I, for one, welcome our new monkey overlords.
Started watching House of Cards, and House of Cards is an awesome show. Like, highly recommend it. But one of the main reasons to continue watching it
is that ass. Did you spread them?
I'm not gonna spoil it. That's kind of her character.
Oh.
Well, that's how her character starts off. She ends up she basically is sleeping around with the main character to get information from him. And then she gets, and at first she's just like, I'll just use this to get what I want, and she thinks she's in control kind of thing. And then when she realizes what she's doing, she does a complete 180. I don't know. There's a lot of dynamic characters in the show. It's excellent.
It's a doozy.
I still need to see the third season.
Well, I hope all of their careers, Jamie Bell and who played the Thing, and I hope they all can recover from this shit, because this is a stumble. This is a knocker. This is a
Who is even fans of the Fantastic Four?
Comic book fans. I mean, this is the thing. This is the opportunity to get the wider populace back into the Fantastic Four, because they were pretty popular back in the day, and now I feel like, I've mentioned this before, Marvel's sort of scrubbing images of Fantastic Four on certain promotional material and everything, because
they're trying to phase them out.
Well, I think they're just it's them strategizing for possibly a deal with the distribution rights or whatever for Fantastic Four. Just using, I don't know, something to use as leverage. I don't know.
But what are they gonna do? I mean, they're just gonna keep making crappy Fantastic Four movies the year their contract is about to run up. So they're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with the directors and stuff as you guys are. Are this the same people who involved with Silver Surfer?
It's the same studio, possibly the same producer, but it's not the same director. That was Tim Story, who directed the first two, 2005 and Silver Surfer.
How was that one received? Because I was younger and I liked it when
the Silver Surfer or the first one,
or either both.
Because I saw the first one and I liked it.
They're kind of bog standard bad. It's not abysmal, but it's just bad enough to gain some notoriety because of that. If it came out if I said if Fantastic Four was released 10 years earlier, 95 or something, people would be much more appreciative of it, because it's slightly better than Roger Corman's version. I don't know. I've seen clips of Roger Corman. I mean, the production value is obviously better, but I don't know how that would translate. Whatever. So it's not it's just been getting worse generally. So, they're just sort of standard. That was pretty. That was a lot of weird, stupid stuff happened. Whatever. That's pretty much.
But someone got punched, so it wasn't that bad.
The comics, so I wouldn't. It was brand new for me when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I knew of the Fantastic Four and I knew the gist of it, but I wasn't a diehard fan, so I kind of went into it just expecting.
To me, the Fantastic Four have always they've always seemed side characters. They just kind of they'd show up in other people's things.
Yeah, I'm sure they have some alright stories. They're less crime fighters and more explorers, which is kind of cool. Explorers with superpowers and everything. And sometimes they have to save the city or whatever.
Sometimes there's Doctor Doom.
And they could do so much with Doctor Doom, and cinematically speaking. And there are a lot of cool villains that they have over at Fox, fucking Galactus, and they can't use any of that. They have to use some sort of facsimile of Galactus. I remember seeing a Galactus-looking character in Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm I know what you fuckers are doing. I see what you're doing. It's Galactus, but it's not Galactus. Ooh. Like what they did with the twins. It's them, but it's not them.
Fuck.
Ooh. Yeah. Is Spider-Man here? Maybe. We don't know. Reshoots, he's here. There's a man who can crawl on walls. Let's say that really, really, really quick at the end of the movie. Spider-Man.
You gotta give something for the neckbeards to pop a boner about.
Hey, I popped a boner plenty on Ant-Man, okay?
Hey, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when they're just mentioned offhandedly, the guy crawling walls. talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm just like, come on, are they gonna? Okay, no.
But no payoff.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. They don't have. They're making it now. They're making it. They're making another
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So.
They gonna show that Rhino fight? Finally, that they started.
It opens up with the Rhino fight. What? This is not what I was expecting. I thought Garfield was out. Okay. I know, like the fight continues, but it's not him at all.
That would be cool, you know, if it started with that. Okay, hear me out. It starts with that, but then it goes to like, oh, who do you think I am? I'm Spider-Man. Oh, how did I get this way? And he pulls the page over like a huge wipe, and then the next one he begins
like fucking Doug or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then at the end, like
just freeze.
And then like when like 75% in the movie, like the film does that like distortion effect where it looks like it like burns through, and then it's like, let's get back to the Rhino fight, and then he finishes that plot line where he fights the Rhino and he finishes Andrew Garfield's story, and then it's like, well, I guess we're done with Spider-Man, and then he kills himself.
They technically did a little something in the Spider-Verse comics where like all the Spider-Man from all different universes come together.
Was that a video game?
No, it was a it was a comic book that came out a couple of months ago, a series of comic books. And supposedly like Andrew Garfield's character is there, and Tobey Maguire's character is there. So like I like to think that somewhere out there in the ether, you know, they've gotten their due or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it gives me a warm feeling inside. But I did pop a fanboy boner when they said "Tales to Astonish," and I laughed. I laughed out loud. And
what's that from?
Fuck me. That's the comic where Ant-Man first made his appearance.
All right, man. Yeah. That's way too far down the comic book rabbit hole for me.
It's like if someone in Spider-Man said, "That's an amazing fantasy."
Yeah.
Right. Groot made an appearance in Tales to Astonish. I didn't know that.
Groot?
Yeah, Groot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When?
1960 something.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think Groot was like that around that long.
Ant-Man, Giant Man.
I thought
Wasp,
him and Rocket
Hulk.
Raccoon were very like new-ish characters.
Oh no, they've been going on for long ass time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Huh. I was for sure Rocket Raccoon spurred from the furry movement.
No. That's gonna be Zootropolis. I missaid that name last time. I called it Zootopia or something. Oh wait.
It's called
it's
called Zoophile.
I'm sorry, no. That's the international name for the movie. Zootopia is the American version of the name, and I called it Zootopia because of like the way they spelled it was kind of fucked up. That's the movie that might, reignite the furry movement.
It's already blazing though.
Yeah, it's blazing. Right?
I already see them out there when they're unicycles in their fur suits. I
imagine it'd be pretty hard to do that. And look, Tales to Astonish is one of the tracks on the Ant-Man soundtrack. If Aunt May was a superhero, she'd be Ant-Man. I'm sorry, if Aunt May was a superhero, she'd be Ant-Man. I fucked that up, I'm sorry. I pronounce words differently, I'm sorry.